Are you tired of arguing about money? Do you need to go buy diapers only to discover that your spouse just spent the last $20 at McDonald's? Or maybe you need to buy groceries only to discover that the last trip to Target for toothpaste cost $120. Well, I have the easiest solution to fix that problem. And no, it doesn't even require knowing your annual income or doing a budget. I'm Erin. My husband and I spent 5 super long, hard years getting $300,000 worth of debt out of our lives. I now have a little more spare time, and I am so excited to start this journey in sharing what we did with you. If you have seen any statistics over the past decade or two, you would know that money problems are generally the number one cause for arguments, fights, and divorce in marriage. Of course, we can carry that over. If they're the number one problem in marriage, it's also going to be the number one problem in any cohabitation of individuals. If you're in a partnership, this also applies to you. Now, we generally won't argue about how much we spent at the grocery store if the items that were purchased were groceries, right? We're not going to argue on you spent too much on broccoli and milk this month. No, that's not it. It's those personal spending habits. It is the outfit that you threw into the cart. It's the trip to Starbucks on your way there. Maybe it's the extra online shopping. All in all, we know it's that personal spending habits that are the problem. So if there was a way to separate the personal spending from the actual family needs, wouldn't that make life so much easier? There would be a lot less to be stressed out about. I have one super easy way, and I think it's pretty simple once you hear it. We're gonna separate it. How easy is that, right? So ideally, you have one main bank account that all of your bills and everything is paid from. Some families might have 2 bank accounts. I am going to strongly encourage you, and let's be honest, if you have secret hidden bank accounts, if you are not being open and honest and letting each other have access and keeping an eye on both, nothing is going to work. So we're going to strive for one joint bank account, maybe 2, if you guys don't mind managing 2. This will be where everything stems from. All of our bills are going to get paid here. If the family goes out to eating, it's going to come out of this account. If someone wants to spend fun money, if they want to go to Starbucks, if they want to buy a soda, if they need new shoes, that's going to be personal spending money. We are going to separate that. What we like to do is we actually opened up a completely free little accounts, and shoot, what's the name of it? I have it right here. I'll post a link because I can't think of the name of it. They have the cutest little cards. They actually send you a debit card. You have an app for your phone. We can transfer the allotted spending money to our accounts on the first of every single month. And I can go buy whatever I want. When my money's gone, my money's gone. I have to wait till next month. I don't end up using gas money. I don't use grocery money. I don't use mortgage money. No, there's no more errors. It's so easy. Some people like to use the cash method. So if you do that, go on payday, pull out the allotted amount, divvy it up between the adults in the household, and you're done. So how much spending money should we have? In our home, we have kind of settled on the 5%, and that's of net, more or less. Now, all of these numbers might sound like a lot, especially if you just don't know where you're at in life. So a couple examples that I have. I did a little research and it looked like the median US household income for last year, which was 2021. Maybe I looked up 2020. I don't know. Doesn't matter. These are all averages, right? Was about $80,000. Now that's a combined household income. So if we are going to do 5% of that, all in all, it turns out to be $167 per adult, assuming it's a 2-adult household, for spending money. So you were going to take that, put it in your separate little spending pile, whether it's your account or just an envelope of cash, and that's what you get for the month. And now this is up to you to decide the parameters. Is this going to be just for eating out? Is it going to be also for clothing and shoes? For us personally, it is anything that is extra and non-family related. So I spend most of mine on clothing. I also do some fun boxes like bath bombs and some fun things like that. My husband really likes to use his for eating out. If he goes or does anything, he likes, I don't know what, he likes Starbucks, or he likes taco time. He likes doing some drive-thrus on occasion, meeting friends for lunch. But basically it's up to you. We do not include haircuts. We don't include anything health related. Basically, this is just fun spending money. We do include clothing on our personal spending money, because if you go to my closet, and hopefully if we go to your closet, you do have clothing. Maybe it's worn out, that's on you, but you do have clothing. So that is definitely not a need. Okay, guys, so I also did the Washington State, which is where we're at, the median income, which is $100,000. That does give you a little bit more, $208 spending money a month. Now, of course, you might not be watching me from where I live. So I did kind of another monthly average, which would be $70,000 for a combined household income. And that would be monthly. If you don't know, you can also do this with your monthly income. That will be a little bit lower, but it's really not that big of a deal. So if you bring in $6,000 a month, that would be split between 2 people, $150 spending money each month. Now, this is something that you two will need to sit down and talk about and agree on. Agreeing and following through are the 2 most important steps. If you do not agree to this number, it's not going to work. Say you bring in combined $6,000 a month and both parties do not agree to the $150. I would go as much as, if you can afford it, doubling it. That would be the absolute max. And then that would also include haircuts. That would include anything you could think of that's not heat, water, and power. So I would max out at 10%. And by doing that, you would actually end up saving in the long run if you tend to go over budget each month. But again, I'm going to encourage the 5%. Sit down, figure out what your numbers might be, and talk about it together. Agree on it. Pull out the money on payday and see how far it takes you. All right, you guys. Well, good luck. And thank you so much for watching. I think we covered everything. I'm going to share the link to my little debit card because that works so well for us. You can use that thing on Amazon. You can use that thing wherever you want. There's no fees at all. And you can't like go negative. If I was trying to buy a $40 sweater and I only had $20 in there, the card just wouldn't go through. It's basically like a prepaid card. They're amazing. Highly recommend them. No fees, no debt. It's just straight up your own money. Okay. Well, let me know if you have any questions. I'm really excited to be starting this for a super fun hobby. So please, if you enjoyed this, if you found this at all helpful, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see what else I'm going to bring you, go ahead and subscribe. All right, thanks guys, and good luck.